In today's winning plate, you've heard we should drink 8 ounces of water a day, but does that advice still hold true? And how can you tell if you're really getting enough? Here with answers and some clever ways to keep hydrated is nutrition consultant and winning plate contributor Leslie Vonsi to weigh in on foods that may help you also, stay hydrated.
Well, hydrate, feel great, and maybe in some cases lose weight. It depends.
It is, yeah.
But it's still warm outside, and people kind of forget about it. They're really good about it early in the summer, and by now, all of that is worn off. Plus, some of the things that people do with their eating can actually increase the needs. For instance, yes, it's hot outside, you need more. Yes, if you exercise, you need more because you're sweating it out.
Right.
But some people use copious amounts of salt in their food. Well, okay, that means you need to have more fluid as well as protein. Well, if you eat a lot of protein, you have to have more. And then those people that drink, it's like, oh, I'm having my summer cocktail or 5 or 6 or whatever. And that also means that your needs are up.
So we're talking about beer here. And I know that happens at a lot of summer barbecues. You have a couple beers.
And if you're thirsty, hey, I'm going to drink more. And so, yes, we think about alcohol. It is a liquid, but it can have a little bit of a subhydrating effect, and that's why you have to be vigilant about it.
Okay, so as far as, the normal things that we wake up, coffee, tea, water, those things,
They all count. So if you have coffee, if you have tea, if you have water, milk, juice, and even right now, sparkling waters are so popular.
They are.
And you know what? They taste fine. Some people just don't like flat water itself. And the nice thing about those is you get the flavor without the added sugar or the calories that are there. And then even something like soup. Well, right now people don't want it, but people have gazpacho, right? And so that counts as a liquid as well.
Really? And so how much a day do men and women need?
Okay, so here we have 9 glasses, and this is actually for women 9.5 of those a day. Now, there could be water or milk or juice or sparkling water or lots of things in there, but that much. And that is not exercise. That is just baseline needs per day. And then for men, we add an additional 3. So for men, it's 12 glasses. And you're not going to do that all just at breakfast or all just at dinner. But throughout the day, you've got to get it. So basically, you're talking at least 2 per meal.
So I've heard before that if you drink coffee, that it can actually be dehydrating. Is that true?
It isn't true. Caffeine, people do think that it is dehydrating because sometimes you have to go to the bathroom quickly after you consume it. But no, it counts as a liquid just like everything else does.
Okay, so we're talking about the good liquids, but what about the bad liquids? What are things we should avoid?
Well, one of the things that we worry about is that people are getting a lot of calories in their liquid. So for instance, if you have unsweetened coffee, well, fine, that's just a liquid if you have unsweetened tea. But if you do sweet tea, if you do coffee with all the bells and whistles, hey, look, I've got 600 calories in a glass. That's a problem. Yeah. And then even some of the sugar-sweetened beverages, too many of them, because calorically it's a big deal. And then we have all these things that are out there that people are spending a copious amount of money for, and the body doesn't care.
Right. I was going to ask you about this.
Okay, so we have water that has hydrogen added, or we have alkaline water, and the reality is our body is so incredibly smart, it knows what to do. So even if you're adding these things into the water, it doesn't make a difference. The only thing you're adding to is the price tag for what you're paying when you check out.
It's so true. But, when someone says it's smart water, you think, oh, well, I guess maybe
Well, I don't know how smart it is to be spending a couple dollars for a bottle when you can get it out of your tap for 0. That's just me.
Okay.
We have a lot of athletes that are buying into using the essential water, but again, and this is an alkaline water. Well, when you drink water, your gut has a certain pH. That's the acid balance. So it doesn't matter. It cancels it out. Why spend the extra money? Granted, they can, but do they need it? No, and the rest of us don't either.
Okay.
And then we have electrolyte water. We talk about the need for electrolytes, sodium and potassium when people exercise a lot, but it doesn't usually require something fancy. You can have a banana, you can have a little more salt on your food, problem taken care of.
Okay, great. And so what else did you bring down here?
So we also have coconut water. It's another one. It has potassium in it, but again, you can eat a food with potassium and you pay a lot for this type of item.
Products.
And then we have things like maple water and birch water, and it sounds like it would be trendy and cool, but I don't know, something about $5 for a bottle of water. That's, I'd rather do that for shoes, but that's just me. And I'm not going to do that.
We'll be in that category too.
Caffeine in the water. It's the same thing. If you're going to have caffeine, maybe you're having it in a coffee or tea. But why you would want 90 additional milligrams of caffeine in a water, or even some of these vitamin waters, it's cheaper to take a vitamin with water, and some of these actually have caffeine added too. So you can buy artisanal water, you can get it out of the tap. The one other one I do think people need to be careful of is raw water. To me, that implies sewage, and I don't think so. We don't need raw water. We have to be safe about the things that we do, and that's also why when you hear those recalls and it tells you to boil the water or just use bottled water, we need to pay attention to
it.
that.
It can cause some major problems.
Don't want to have that happen.
Okay, so 9.5 cups for women, 12 for men.
12 for men.
Get at it. Now you have those tips from Leslie Bonte, and for more of her healthy living tips, watch right here for her on PTL and check out her website. You'll find that link at kdk.com/PTL.